Well, hello and welcome to another YouTube Live. This is a special one for the goddesses. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tula Tzoras and I'm the founder of the Areti Goddess Events, especially set up to empower women to change our statistics, to change the gender gap, and specifically with the Areti Goddess Events program, which is an online program, jam-packed. It's multi media with bonus downloads, audio, visual, guest expert tips, etc. Perfect for boosting your confidence and starting a business, especially online. And on that note, goddesses, what I want to tell you is that at age 52, I started my first ever online business. And if I can do it, so can you. And tonight, especially, we're going to talk about why 2020 is actually destined as a feminine rise of leaders. And it's super, super exciting. And in actual fact, as you know or may not know, I always go on guidance. And once again, my guidance has proven to be right. And if you stay till the end, I've got a very, very special invitation for you. And I've also pulled out one of our goddess cards, which once again is very apt for this subject. And you're going to love it because it's all about beauty and the feminine. Okay, so basically we're looking at COVID-19, which has put us in isolation and lockdown, as we know, and given us a chance to perhaps reflect on what we would love to do and even the time to do it. In the meantime, did you know that women-led nations are doing better with COVID-19 than other nations? And I've got a few examples for you. Jacinda Ardern, the PM in New Zealand, has eradicated the virus. Then we've got Angela Merkel in Germany, who has a far lesser death rate than other nations in Europe. Then we have Sanna Marin in Finland, who governs 4 female-led parties. How good is that? And they have seen or worked on less than 10% of death rates than, say, Sweden. Then we've got Tsai Ing-Wen, the president of Taiwan, one of the most successful efforts containing the virus in the world. I'm looking away because I've got notes. I don't want to miss anything, okay? Now, did you also know that 70% of the world's healthcare workers are women? And yet, only 25% of them are in leadership positions. Now, only last year, the Global Preparedness Monitoring Board with the World Bank Group and the World Health Organization called for more women leaders as a vital part of preparing for what was coming. That was last year, goddesses. The world's future depends on female energy. So basically what we're experiencing and the reason that we are going through this major crisis and a brand new era that we're launching into is because there has been this gendered gap between men and women and an imbalance between the feminine and the masculine. So what we are called to do is actually bring these two into balance. This is why 2020 is the rise of feminine leadership, because our cultural survival actually depends on it. And I'm going to explain why to you, and also how else this is confirmed that it's actually destined to happen, okay? Did you know that astrologically it is destined to happen? Pluto and Saturn are meeting in 2020. So astrologically, 2020 is the rise of the feminine, divine, beautiful energy and leadership. But it is also numerologically, again, the year of the feminine rise. So this is no discouragement or nothing against men and masculine. This is a call for balance and a call for the feminine. So what is the feminine? The feminine is the yin energy in terms of yin and yang, okay? Yin energy, the feminine energy, is about acceptance. It's a more subtle energy. It's intuitive, nurturing. Us women are nurturers, soft. It's reflective. It's also collaborative, creative, artistic, innovative, entrepreneurial, strategic, organized. You'll see from CEO women in CEO positions, those companies actually do better. And there's a reason for that. In the yin and energy, the feminine energy is also intelligent, resourceful, compassionate. So given that the world until now has been run by a majority of men and the masculine, this is the outcome we have come to. This is the result. Why? Because the male energy is all about yang. It's outward. It's active. It's aggressive. It's competitive. It's all about testosterone, isn't it? And by the same token, destructive. So everything up until now, everything that has led us to this moment has led us by men running the world. Again, nothing against men. It's about imbalance that I'm referring to. Now, here's the thing. There's a reason that women haven't been allowed to vote for eons, or not until recently. Women have been subjugated. They have been taught to be good girls, to be subservient, to be the woman behind the great man. So what we're being called for at this very moment, goddesses, is to tune into our goddess, our power that we have within us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run through some tips for you. And of course, the first tip, which is the source of every issue we have in life, I will give you, is to boost your self-worth and your confidence. And on that, check out the Areti Goddess Events, because it's all about that, okay? It's all about empowering you. Number 2, don't care what others think. You no longer have to be agreeable. You no longer have to please others. If you can file that thought into your mind, keep reminding yourself that you are not subject to approval. You are not there to be judged. And I can say that if you're a man or a woman. We don't judge a baby. A baby can behave any way it wants to. We don't judge a baby. In the same token, we are not up for judgment. Can you reflect on that? Don't care what other people think. And the best way to do that is to boost your self-worth and your confidence, because then you really don't care. And do you know why you don't care? You don't care because you know who you are. You don't have to defend yourself. And when others tell you you're this or you're that, or you're doing this or you're doing that, you can actually check in and say, well, am I? You can take responsibility and be accountable. But at the same token, if you know who you are, then you don't need to defend yourself. And if someone tells you you're this or that, and you check in and you think, no, I'm not, you know that that's their story, not yours. And it doesn't have to affect you. So don't care what others think. This is about the rise of feminine leadership. And it's destined, okay, astrologically, numerologically, in every possible way, with the state of the world, the new era we're going into. It's all about us being creative. It's all about the feminine. It's about being creative with solutions, artistic, strategic, organized, collaborative, humane. That is nurturing. That is what women are all about. So it's about us, goddess. This is the thing. If you don't try, you just don't know. And given that we are going through this at the moment in isolation, in some cases lockdown, perfect time to tune into what it is that you've always thought about doing or thought you could do and make it happen. Because there is no other limit, goddess, than your own imagination. We only have to look at history to see what man, us humans, have achieved. And it's all come from imagination. The only limits we have are the limits we place on ourselves. So don't care what others think and do what you love what you do, because that will make you happy. And every single one of us has a unique gift to share with the world. So if there's something you've always wanted to do, do it, goddess. Now is the time, because everything will support you. This is our time. 2020 is the time of the divine feminine. So here's a major tip I can give you to empower you on your way. And that tip is to tune in to your personal power. How do you do that? First of all, I want you to reflect on everything you have achieved so far in your life. And I want you to reflect on how many things you have trusted yourself to do and have done. The reason I want you to do this, and in actual fact, I would love you to write a list down, write it all down, is to refer to it often, so that you can give yourself credit and it will give you confidence to do anything you want to do. What have I achieved so far? This is your power. What can I trust myself with? This is your power. The next way to tune in to your personal power is to meditate, and it's to activate your power center, your sacral chakra. If you don't know where, chakras are actually energy centers in our bodies, okay? And there is actually a video that you can watch on this channel about regenerating your power, which is specifically about activating your sacral chakra. But I'll give you a couple of ways to do it right now. So your sacral chakra is located about 3 inches below your belly button. And it is your center for birth, creativity, sensuality. Sensuality and creativity are one and the same thing, by the way. It's also your center of inspiration and regeneration, vitality, all those amazing things, your power. So that one of the most effective ways to tune into your power is to reactivate, re-energize your sacral chakra. You can do this with colors, with the color orange. So you can be surrounded by orange, wear orange. Also crystals as well in those colors, and foods in those colors too. All of that, even herbs like cinnamon, all those herbs will activate your sacral chakra. Another way you can do it is you can meditate on the color orange around your sacral chakra and imagine it growing as you meditate. So that is a really great way to tune into your personal power. Another great way is yoga. Because with yoga, you actually tune into your breathing. Everything is every movement is a breath. So you tune into your body, you tune into your power, and you can do this with yoga. Now, if you're watching, I have a really special invitation for you, because in celebration of 2020 being the rise of feminine energy, what I'm going to invite you to do right now, if you would like to be a part of it, is to join a case study, my case study for female leaders. So if you've had an amazing idea for a business during this COVID-19 period and you want to start your business, then I want you to get in touch and be part of this case study for visionary female leaders of 2020. So what you do is you contact me, you join the case study, and we will do a story on you right now, and then we're going to check in on you in 6 months' time to see how you're traveling. So it's going to be a fantastic case study to be a part of. And before you go, I promised you that I pulled out a goddess card, and I'm going to read it to you now because once again, it confirms my guidance about the rise of the feminine energy destined for 2020. So I'm going to read it to you. I'll show it to you too, because the goddess card I actually pulled out today is the goddess Aphrodite, which is absolutely perfect for what I'm talking about. I'll show you an image. Here it is. Isn't she beautiful? Aphrodite is most often described as radiant and shining. When Aphrodite is present, the whole world acquires a soft golden glow. Foam-born, she's associated with the creative, life-giving sea and represents a sense of freshness, renewal, and hope, which is what the rise of the feminine is all about. A descendant of the prehistoric water bird goddesses of old Europe, she is often accompanied by birds. The goddess of both spiritual and passionate love, Aphrodite joins us to one another. It's all about humanity coming together. She is feminine, being in all her fullness, and her realm is that of relationship and feeling. Aphrodite demands maturity if we're to be in true relationship. When we embrace mature love, Aphrodite is there to bless us. And do you know, part of my guidance this morning was that song, Love Changes Everything. And love does change everything and will change everything. Because as you know, the feminine is nurturing, compassionate, giving, subtle, and truly effective. So with that, goddesses, I will leave you today, and I hope that empowers you. Wishing you amazing success. Namaste.